Choosing kindness is a concept that I only came across probably in the last week or so, uh, spending some lovely time with some good family friends of ours and talking to the parent, and our kids are friends, and their kid was wearing a shirt that said choose kind, and the parent was explaining to us that it's a part of helping the kids to learn to choose kindness. I think that's what it was about, if I understood correctly. And I was really impressed with this. Hadn't really come across this concept before, but it came up in my mind yesterday when I was thinking through how am I going to respond to a couple of different situations with some good friends. And there's always different options, isn't there, of how we can react to something. Like we could take offense at something, or we could get jealous, we could get upset, we could feel hurt. There's so many different options of what we could choose. But while I was reflecting upon this, the concept of that t-shirt and what our good friend, the parent and their kid, the concept of choosing kindness came up in my mind, and it helped me actually just accept the scenarios, lower my expectations, and just be happy with things the way they were, and just to be kind, be supportive to my good friends, and to give them what they deserve, which is what everyone deserves, which is support and kindness and care. And I just found it so helpful. I thought this is a really great thing to bring in to the science of the mind training. The science of the mind, what makes us happy, working out the cause and effect process about what makes us happy, what gives us a happy mind. And with this science, I'm sharing processes like habits that your mind can put into place independently of whatever happens in life. These are things that we can do within our own mind to take control and to empower ourselves to create happiness in a self-sufficient sort of way. And choosing kindness, this was really powerful for me, and I was just really kind to a couple of my good friends after that, and I felt so good, so happy. And it felt like another boost to my own personal training in this science and getting more good results. And it reminded me of uh, a little piece of informal research that a good friend had told me about a few years ago. And I was talking to another good friend yesterday about it, which was this informal experimental bit of research where they designed the people on this TV show had designed a couple of different groups for this experiment. So in one group, the TV show hosts would be really kind to this one person, and then after that they would give them the opportunity to pass on a dish, a plate of food. And one of the plates of food was really spicy and hot and would actually hurt the person that they gave it to. And the other one was like a really flavoursome, really delicious, lovely meal. So this person who was being experimented upon could actually choose whether they were going to be kind or whether they were going to be mean to this unsuspecting victim of this experiment. And so this was one group. The TV show hosts were really kind to the person who could choose what plate they were going to give, what dish of food they were going to give. And in the other group, of people, they actually, the TV show hosts were a bit cruel and mean towards the person, and they wanted to see whether it made a difference as to how kind, how often did people in the different groups choose the different plates of food. In other words, did they choose to pass on a nice, tasty, delicious meal? Did they choose to be kind to the next person that they met? Or did they choose to give them this really spicy, unpleasant dish? Did they choose to be mean, to be unkind to the next person? And what my good friend a few years ago was telling me was that in this informal bit of fun, playing around, which Einstein had that quote of saying that the best science is playing. So to me, this is a great bit of science here, just playing around, having a bit of fun, and seeing what would happen on this TV show. And what they actually found was that the people that they would be kind to beforehand, they chose to be kind and give a nice meal to people a lot more often. And the people that they were mean to and unkind to actually passed on that unkindness. They chose the spicy, the unpleasant meal to pass on to other people more often. So it was a nice demonstration, very simple, just showing that these feelings are infectious, and that if we receive kindness and care, even in the short term, even within a few moments or a few minutes, we'll tend to pass that on. So it's an infectious process. And I was talking to a good friend yesterday, encouraging them to train themselves to keep feeding upon the loving kindness meditations and the trainings that I'm sharing with you. I'm passing on a lot of kindness, a lot of care, whatever care that I can generate and share with you that I possibly can. And in this way we can feed, and when we feed upon these things and have a few meals at least each day of just filling ourselves up on kindness, we can choose kindness a lot more reliably because we're infected with this good stuff. So I support you, and I share a lot of smiles and kindness with you, and it makes me very happy too. So once we get a lot of kindness in our mind, it does work. And I've got hours and hours worth of loving kindness meditations already uploaded onto this YouTube channel. Numbered, they're just numbered at the moment, so I need to label them properly, and I need to upload some more loving kindness meditations and things that I've got. So enjoy the training. It's a beautiful training. It's relaxing, it's peaceful, and it's very fulfilling and satisfying, just like a delicious meal. So have a great day and enjoy your meals.